Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Inês, I'm an artist and illustrator, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about why I feel attending art events can really change your life. I'm going to focus on a specific event that is called The Trojan Horse Was a Unicorn, or THU for short, that for me it was truly a life-changing event, not only in terms of my professional life, but also in terms of my personal life. And I think being an artist, these two parts of you are really linked together. So for me it was an amazing event to go to and to kind of rediscover myself as an artist. So what I'm going to talk to you about in this video is basically to tell you a little bit of a context on the event, so what it actually is, what it offers for the attendees, and basically get you an inside look of what it is to go to this event. So this year was my third time on this event, so I'm gonna show you a mix of different footages from different events. So I went to the 2018, 2019 and 2021 edition. So while I'm talking, explaining everything, a footage of those events are going to appear, and hopefully you can understand what I'm talking about and get a better picture of how it is to be in this amazing event. So if you are interested to know more about this and why I feel attending art events can really change your life, keep watching the video. So what is THU? THU is a networking ecosystem to share knowledge, inspire and empower creators from all areas of the digital entertainment and interactive industry. It's an event that started in 2013 in Troja, Portugal. It continued to be there until 2017. In 2018 they moved to Malta for two editions, so 2018 and 19, and then in 2021 it came back to its roots, to Troja, Portugal again. So this is a 6-day event that offers all types of different opportunities for you as an artist. So it offers 2 days of recruitment sessions, so you basically can apply for a job in big studios, show your portfolio to professionals of those studios, and maybe if you're lucky and if they like your work, you can actually have an opportunity to work for that people, because you have the opportunity to apply directly. It really facilitates things in order for your work to be seen. So you can apply, for instance, if you're an animation, you can apply for Disney Animation, Illumination, DNEG, all of these amazing companies. If you are in gaming industry, you can apply for big gaming companies. You are working and focusing on VFX, it also offers that. So I think it's amazing the fact that they give you the opportunity to be so close to these professionals and actually show your work. So for me, the recruitment sessions are one of the things that for me was like a really big thing, and I felt like it was super important for me in terms of getting the opportunity to show my work. And then in the remaining 4 days, what you have is basically talks from big creatives that are already established in the industries, where they talk about their process and their journey throughout their art careers. And it's really interesting because it's not only a specific type of creative, you have all different types of professionals from different fields, which I think it makes the experience richer. Even if in my case I'm more focused on visual development because it's something that I like more, but I can have the opportunity to see like a matte painting or to see someone talking about their process in 3D and why they feel it's super important to do X and Z. You have the opportunity to go to these talks, see a lot of established professionals from the areas that you want, from people that work on the company that you want to work, and see their experiences and understanding how they got there, and maybe that will give you an insight of what you need to do in order for you to get there. So there's inspirational talks, there's talks that are more specific about the journey, process, so it's very varied with a lot of different subjects, and not only focus on one thing or one specific type of art or anything like that. So that for me it's really good. Then you also have like sometimes workshops that you can experience firsthand what to do a specific thing. Like I remember I had a workshop with Scott Eaton, and for me it was amazing because he was talking about anatomy and how he studies anatomy, and It was so interesting the way he works and his approach to things and to his art. So yeah, I think it's really important as well that they give you the opportunity to be very close to those creatives and just be able to ask questions directly. Then you have the opportunity to have your work reviewed by those professionals, by people that you want to work for. And it's scary. And I must say, the first year that I went, I realized my portfolio was really bad for it was not suited at all in terms of what I wanted to do. But the fact that I went there really made me aware of what I needed to do, what I needed to change. I'm still doing it and I still have to improve. But going to these types of events, it's so important because it just gives you clarity for you to know what to do going for what you want. So portfolio reviews are really important. I think it's a big thing, and it's not a formal thing either. The good thing about THU is that it's quite a relaxed setting, so you don't feel it's so corporate or that, oh okay, there's a VIP person there and I'm just here and I'm not in the same level, which obviously we are not in terms of professional level. But what THU makes, it's like people feel that they are part of the same tribe, so part of the same community. So it's much more approachable, it's much easier to approach those professionals as well, because the whole atmosphere of the event makes that happen. So you have the opportunity to network with these people, get their details, give them your cards and your details, and maybe sometimes, like, because you have there like a lot of fun activities happening every day as well. So we have already like karaoke sessions, we have dancing sessions, we have had jam sessions, so people from the tribe that know how to play instruments or sing, they just get together and start singing together. So it makes the creativity happen, not only in terms of visual arts, but the whole atmosphere of this event actually is so artistic. I think the best thing about this event is the fact that there's a tribe and you are not better than anyone, and the other person might be much more knowledgeable than you, but you don't feel that you are less. You're just different and you're just learning, and there's a lot of opportunities for us that are starting in order for us to improve. And there's not a bad criticism, it's feedback, and it's normally very positive in terms of, okay, you need to do this and this and this, maybe you can change this and this, but it's in a very positive tone. So I think that's one of the things THU is so great in. People feel so inspired, and everyone that I talk about that comes for the first time, they're just mind blown by the amazing atmosphere, how people are so nice to each other, and they really care about helping each other and giving their thoughts. And that's why, like, for me it was a life-changing event, because it just changed my whole perspective of what is to be in an art community. For me, decided to go to THU in my first edition was very mind-blowing because everything was new for me. So it was like, oh my god, this amazing artist that I love so much and I follow on Instagram and I know his work, like he was Karl Kopinski. I love his work, and I had the opportunity to see him actually working, because, oh, I forgot to say, there's like a big gallery in the event as well, where artists can stay there to just paint and do like live sessions. You can see how they paint, what their processes are, and you can ask questions while they are doing their art. So it's quite an amazing atmosphere. In there they also do a lot of live drawing with models, which is great if you like to do that, and I think it makes a lot of sense in this event. So it's quite a complete event, if I must say. You have all these experiences. Sometimes it's a bit overwhelming because there's a lot of things happening at the same time. Sometimes you have to choose what you want to see or what you want to do, and sometimes it's not easy because you have so many interesting things happening at the same time. Another good thing about THU is the fact that they allow and give the opportunity to tribe members to actually do their own talks. So they are called the THU Tribe Talks, and they started at least a version of it in 2019, and now in 2020 they did it again. I think it's a very good thing because it gives the opportunity of a person that is just a tribe member or attendee to really just have the opportunity to do a talk for an audience. And I think if people that want to do that in the future or have the opportunity to do it, it's a great way to start. And I think it's amazing THU is giving them that opportunity. So my first event was in 2018, and I decided to go without knowing anyone. I knew one person that went with me to university. She's my friend and she's part of the staff, but I didn't know anyone that was actually an attendee to the event. And it was in Malta, so in a different country, which was not really a problem, but you had to buy flights and you had to do all of these different things, and it was not it's not a cheap event, it's quite an event investment. I paid for my first year, I think 600 and something euros, because they have a different types of system for payment. So if you are a first time attendee, you will pay a certain amount. I think it's a 600 something euros. Then if you are going to the second event or to 2 events or more, you pay a little bit less. And if you are part of the first attendees from the first edition, you pay even less. It's a good system. You can say it's not cheap. It's not cheap, but if you think about it as an investment for yourself and your career, I don't think it's expensive, and to be honest, I think it's worth every single cent that I've spent. They also give you the opportunity to pay in installments, so you don't have to pay all at once if you don't have the opportunity to. So yeah, it was not cheap, and at the same time, for me it was that enemy that we all have, the fear of the unknown. So going to a place that I've never been, which was Malta, to know people that I've never met, and to a big event, it was quite a big thing. I didn't feel part of the community or animation community or anything like that. Felt like I was an artist, but like maybe not suited for that, but I knew that I wanted to be part of the animation industry. It's something that I want to be part of. It was something that I enjoyed, and I decided to just make the leap and just decide to challenge myself and go. And I think it was the best decision I could ever make. Not only in terms of professional development, because I feel like I grew a lot as an artist. I think I developed my skills much more because I'm surrounded by other artists. I had feedback. I know if I want to go to this type of company, or if I want to work or be like this amazing artist, I know exactly what I need to do now. I have feedback and I have support and I have a community that I'm part of. So I think that's not something that you can actually put a price on. Going to THU inspired me immensely. I met one of my best friend group there. They are amazing. They are people that have been with me since 2018. We talk constantly. People from different parts of the world. One of my best friends lives in Canada now. She's Australian. And so you get to meet people that probably would never have the opportunity to meet otherwise. They are like-minded people, people that think like you, people that make you feel better about what you are, because they are feeling the same things you are. And one of the things that I felt before was that I didn't know where my place in the world kind of was, and going to THU and being part of this tribe really makes me feel part of something. And if you have the opportunity, if something that you feel would be interesting for you, I think you should definitely go. This year's was a quite smaller event because obviously the pandemic doesn't allow us to have like big events yet. But I must say it was a really well thought out and safe, controlled space for people to not feel afraid of, I don't know, getting contaminated or something, because even though it was not a lot of people compared to the other years, for a reference, my first year I think we were around 1200 attendees to the event. This year was around 250 or something, so it was quite different, but the thing is the spirit was still there, and it didn't change the actual feel of the event. It was very well planned. I feel very secure because they asked for vaccination certificates. Right before the event started, you had like a tent from the Red Cross that you would get your tests done before you go to the event. In the talks and inside of the venues, you had to wear a mask. It was mandatory. And then in the Oasis, which is like a space, an amazing space where you have like the food and the activities, and it's an outside space where you can just network there. You don't have to wear a mask, but you felt secure because you knew everyone had been tested and it was a safe space. So it was for me quite good to have the opportunity to be with my friends again, that some of them I haven't seen in 2 years. I think most of them I haven't seen in 2 years almost. So it was amazing to see them again, and I think all of us were in need of this, and the fact that it was a smaller event also helped not for people feel so uncomfortable. I think it's something that you will escalate. Next year it will be more people. I think it's actually not as much as the other years, and it was just a great way to get back to the THU feel, having the opportunity to feel inspired again, having that spark of creativity and inspiration to be set on again. And I think THU is just an amazing opportunity for you to meet your heroes in a setting that is safe, and that you feel that you can ask anything and you can actually dream and make your dreams come true. So I want to thank all the THU team because I think it was a really amazing event. But even if you don't go to this specific event, which I think it's a mistake, but I think even if you prefer to go to another one, just do it. Just challenge yourself. Make sure you network. Make sure to find like-minded people and try to understand, if you have a specific goal, what you need to do and what are the steps that you need to do in order to achieve it. So yeah, basically this is what I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a bit of a longer and a different type of video, but I think sometimes it's important to share this type of knowledge. Make sure if you have any questions, and probably there's a lot of things that I didn't talk about, and if you have any doubts, please make sure to put it in the comments. I will leave the THU website on my description of the video. You can search and make your own research on the event. But if you are asking me if you should go next year, I will say yes. Make sure you get your ticket, and I will see you next year in the THU event. So yeah, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed these types of conversations, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye!